Hello Scorpio, this is your June forecast. So your co-ruler Mars is still retrograde this month until the 29th of the month, happening here in your first house. So many of you are probably feeling either that you're overwhelmed with work and it's just like ongoing and ongoing and there's just no stopping to it, or you're feeling as though things are just not moving as much as or as fast as you would like them to do. But it's almost like there's no happy medium at the time of this Mars retrograde. So how can you use the Mars retrograde well? Well, one of the really good ways to use it well is to really look at the way you deal with frustration. You know, when you start to feel, that I'm not happy with something, how are you dealing with that emotion? Are you releasing it? Are you doing some exercise to release it? Are you breathing deeply to release it? Are you writing out the emotion? Are you speaking something if necessary? Are you saying something? So it's about learning new ways to express frustration and not to internalize it, but to release it from your body, to just allow it to just go through and out the other end, if you like, so that it doesn't get stuck inside of you. It's also a good month to really look at any kind of miscommunications with people, anything where there's been a misunderstanding. This is a great month for being able to see another person's perspective and to be able to heal a situation maybe where there's been some conflict or some disagreement. So looking at the month, we've got Sun and Venus together. And on the 4th of the month, we've got a new moon happening here in this 8th house. So a lot of focus on this 8th house. So the 8th house is other people's money. With Venus there, somebody could well be giving you some money or offering you maybe a financial opportunity. You may get some good news about a partner's financial situation. And also with a new moon there, maybe you're going to get involved in some kind of a partnership with somebody. Maybe you're going to collaborate with somebody financially, and it could be very profitable for both of you. This is a wonderful time for new beginnings about becoming a little more intimate. And your sign, if anything, is the sign that rules intimacy, it's certainly Scorpio. So this would be a time maybe to say, all right, what can I do new now to enable me to be more intimate with other people? How can I drop down a little bit of my guard? Because sometimes Scorpios, you do find it a little difficult to trust other people, but hey, maybe with a new beginning there, maybe you're going to drop some of your guards and allow some people to get a little bit closer to you, and you'll receive some real love feeling from that. You'll be filled up from that, potentially. On the 13th of the month, we've even got Mercury coming into this 8th house. So this would be a good time to resolve any kind of financial matters to do with tax, to do with insurance, a mortgage, loans, banks, anything to do with external financial situations or institutions is a great time for getting things resolved. On the 18th of the month, we've got Venus coming into your 9th house, and on the 21st, the Sun coming into your 9th house. And Scorpios, this is a wonderful aspect. Sun and Venus together, this could send you on a wonderful trip, somewhere really enjoyable where you have the most wonderful time. So travelling is very well aspected, or planning a trip. This is also a great aspect for meeting somebody overseas or somebody from overseas that could either be a lovely friendship or even turn into a nice relationship, a love relationship down the line. Although with Mars retrograde, don't go too much into a deep relationship, ideally not until July. If you do it this month, chances are it might just fizzle out on you. And Sun and Venus here, wonderful for doing anything with your spiritual energy, for studying, for sharing, for coaching others, mentoring, inspiring others. This 9th house is very much the house of education and learning and teaching and sharing, the excitement and the joy and the love of learning. And this would be a wonderful time to learn something new or to teach others something that you've learned, that you're inspired and excited about. And also on the 20th of the month, We've got a full moon happening here in this second house. So the full moon here in the second house is everything to do with shining a light on what you're doing with money. How are you spending money? How are you saving money? How do you feel about money emotionally? Some things could come to a head with a full moon there. So it would be an opportunity for you to take another look at your finances, how you earn your money. Are you enjoying what you're doing, or is it a drudge? And what changes need to be made so that you can have a really nice, easy flow with your finances. We've got a lot of aspects to Jupiter this month. Jupiter is opposite to Neptune and square to Saturn there in your financial house. So really it's just saying, and Jupiter bringing you a lot of new friendships potentially, if that's what you're wanting, and new opportunities to collaborate with other people profitably. Just make sure you don't bite off more than you can chew and that you don't overcommit yourself, because sometimes Jupiter in its enthusiasm says yes to too many things. So as long as you don't do that and you make sure it's just you take on what you know you can deal with, then you're not going to end up feeling guilty and a little embarrassed having to say, oops, sorry, I'm really not going to be able to fulfill that. Next month, when Mars, your co-ruler, goes direct, that's when things really should begin to move forward for you. But more about that in next month's video. Thank you for commenting, for sharing, and for subscribing. Bye for now.